Welcome back to Let's Read Judge Dredd. Today's episode doesn't have a title, so let's get into it. It had been 3 years now, and Rolled, I guess. And Rolled Jarek had almost forgotten the fear, the constant niggling suspicion that someone knew, that he'd made a mistake, that somehow something would give him away. But 3 years was a long time, and he'd got away with it so far. Why should anyone ever find out what he'd done?
Donnie? Donnie, it's you! Let me go, woman. I don't know who you're talking about. Your voice, it's you! Donnie, come back! Donnie! Stop him! That man! Stop that man! That's my son!
You're sure this man was your son, Miss Moomin?
Of course I am. You think a mother what doesn't know her own boy?
When was the last time you saw him?
3 years ago, Donnie went out on a club 1820 adventure. 3 years ago, Donnie went out on a club 18 to 20 adventure holiday to the cursed earth. They said it would be safe. The guides were experienced. The bus was armed. Donnie never came back.
Club 18 to 20, he lost an adventure party back in 05? Oh, crap. Sorry, that was a woman cop talking.
Club 1820 lost the adventure party back in 05. They cut the tour from their lists after that.
Did you report your son missing at the time?
Yes, Judge. The judge said there was nothing to be done. Citizens ventured into the cursed earth at your own risk. I accepted that he was dead until today. I saw him, Judge Dredd, my own son, and he didn't even recognize me. No, now that I think, he must have recognized something. He looked frightened.
A lie detector checks. At least she believes it.
Could be she's a loon or a guy she saw. Could be a dead rigger. It happens.
I know, but I've got a feeling about this one. You said the man, your son, was carrying groceries?
2 bags, two big brown bags. They looked very heavy. And then, Donnie always was a strong boy.
If he was walking, that suggests he could be a local. Run a CompuPrint from the records. Start asking around. Worth seeing if we can find the supposed Donnie Moomin. Once there'd been 2 men. Karloff Schuler and Donnie Moomin. And we have the to stand. I can't tell if it's maybe Tristan Kennedy. I don't know. Tristan Kennedy. I don't know. As men, they couldn't have been more dissimilar. Karloff Schuler was old, 126 to be exact. He had been born in 1979, celebrated his 21st birthday at the dawn of the 21st century. Pardon me. Built up a substantial fortune from shady munitions deals during the Great Atom Wars, and thanks to a mixture of avarice and guile, managed to keep it even through the dreadful apocalypse that had happened. But even the best medical technology money could buy, and frequent illicit recourse to the gland of the Stookie could not forever halt the onslaught of time. Medics gave him 3 months at the outside. A whole body transplant would have saved him. But good. Functioning cadavers were understandably in short supply, and strictly allocated by the judges on basis of public usefulness. As Karloff Schuler had never been of use to anyone but himself, that kind of left him out, and the thought of a robot frame was repugnant to him. So, in 2015, Schuler set his affairs in order, liquidized his assets, and announced to the city that he was going off to find his last resting place. He was never seen again, and frankly, nobody missed him. Donnie Moomin was a different kettle of fish. In 2105, he had been 19, strong, young, fit, a cheerful, outgoing lad. In the summer of that year, Donnie had invested his entire savings in the holiday of a lifetime.
You realize once you're through these gates, you're on your own. Whatever happens to you out there, we cannot help you. Don't worry, we're on to the teach, Judge. We're going dinosaur hunting.
And that was the last anyone in the city ever saw of Donnie Moomin. Some 250 kilometers into the cursed earth, Karloff Schuler's ship met Donnie Moomin's holiday party. The first shot took out the entire front section and effectively ended any resistance there might have been. Several survivors, Mr. Schuler.
Undamaged. He must be undamaged.
Donnie Moomin was chosen.
He has a slight concussion, otherwise in perfect health. Very well. Take him aboard. See the others are silenced.
Aboard the ship, 9 days later, Karloff Schuler and Donnie Moomin became one. If Schuler felt any guilt, it was negligible. No, if anyone was to blame, it was the judges. They'd refused him the transplant. He was rich, and he had a right to live. He'd had a new identity prepared, an apartment waiting, and more than ample funds salted away with fingerprints and detonation? Dentition. Surgically altered. Okay, with fingerprints and dentition surgically altered, he was ready to begin a new life. Karl Schuler and Donnie Moomin were dead. Roald Jarek was born. Not that Roald didn't have contingency plans in case of emergency. Another bolt hole, a new identity. Going somewhere, citizen? Foolish. Crack! The marks of surgery the surgeon saw was the giveaway. Body snatcher. Roland Jarek easily cracked under interrogation. Body belongs to your son, Miss Moomin, but I'm afraid the brains belong to Karloff Schuler.
Oh, the monster, the evil monster.
I'm sentencing you to life, Schuler. With an instruction that you never be released. One other thing. Technically, you're in possession of stolen property. It's my duty to see that it's returned to the victim's mother for decent disposal. Karloff Schuler is now in ISO Block 60. The instruments show he's still alive, but what he's thinking, no one knows. Probably, if any vestige of sanity remains, which is doubtful, he's wishing he'd settled for that robot model back in 2105. Next program, Phantom of the Chopera. Okay. Well, that was very grim. We'll see you next time for some Phantom of the Chopera, whatever that turns out to be. Thanks for watching.